Mm-hmm. 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 I'm oh, child. Mm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Serena. Girl. Girl. Serena. Girl, did you get the tea today, girl? Did Serena, please tell me you got the tea today, honey. I was driving around. Scoot, right? I'm about to get my, do something to my hair because I'm about to travel, right? Going to Mississippi here. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me braid my hair. I'm going to braid my hair, right? Go into the store. Here it is right here. I'm going to put the braids, right? And get my braids done. So I clicked on YouTube. Hey, Sir McGuire. Hold on, y'all. Let me fix myself up, Sir McGuire here. Hey, boo. How are you today? Okay. Okay, Miss Brown. Drive and listen, boo. But honey, Serene, baby, this is crazy funny, honey. I hope you caught what I caught. I hope you caught what I caught, baby. Now, for those of you guys that do not know, I like to bring some of the catching up on the crazy gossip, tea, beef stuff out here, right? And this episode today, I'm going to bring y'all up to speed with three people that are entangled in this situation. Now, if you have not caught that Wisdom Daughter live, y'all need to catch that out. Even though I'm going to play just a little snippet of it, right? Because I was trying to decipher whether if she's actually Team Bookum right now, or is she really scorned about something, right? So then I said, wait a minute, this can be a mixture of something, right? Let me go over and see what else is happening. Now, mind y'all, if y'all ain't down with the biscuits and the syrup, I ate my salmon, I ate my croquette patties, right? Then that's on you. Because, baby, I loves me some Saturday biscuits and hot butter biscuits and syrup. Okay? Mm. And a cup of milk. So you can hate on it all you want, but you ain't had no biscuit like this unless it's hot, buttered, and slop with syrup. They're for them brokies. See, I'm a brokey, so I can eat this. Good. But happy birthday, Jason. Um, but y'all, it's some damage control, baby, from Dennis Byron, who happens to be the second constituent up in this circle at infamous Sylvia. All about this whole court proceedings going on, right? And who stalked who and who took the tags off the car and all that stuff going on, right? Okay, now I watched and I listened to Wisdom Daughter, and I started having backflashes, right? I started having backflashes because of who she was rooting for. And of course, that was Bookham, right? And I'm like, oh Lord, she Team Bookham. Why is she Team Bookham? Me, first of all, I think that, and I've stated it plenty of times, right? May the best man win in their case because when it comes to the YouTube and the community that we all saw this developing from, they both kind of did it to each other. They both did some stuff to each other. So how did we take it? We digest that as entertainment. We never thought that this was going to reach to a level where these people are actually in court battling out about stalking and harassment and a private sales between each other about a freaking car. Who, mind you, they were two peas in a pot when they first came out here and started all the R. Kelly stuff, right? And then that ship sunk. They departed each other. And boy, they start throwing flame balls at each other. Y'all, it's like, okay, okay, okay. Whose turn is it today? Now, this community over here knows all of that. I ain't the only one that watched it, but I sure in the hell was amused by it when I have time to put on my amusement hat. Hold on. Let me go get that too. See, she'll go downstairs and turn on the rabbit. I should go turn on the rabbit, y'all. Check it out. Let Papoose put her hat on so she can think about what just went on around here, y'all. So I'm like, okay, definitely Wisdom Daughter is a little bit discombobulated with being uh, a cheerleader for Bookum, but also torn with being scorned on something about her and infamous Sylvia, right? But hey, Dennis Byron dropped it today. Do I believe it? Hell yeah. Do I believe it? Hell yeah. Now, apparently, Wisdom Daughter is not too happy with Dennis Byron either, because some things did not sit well with the type of behavior or the character that Dennis Byron has become over these last couple of years doing his journalism. Okay, so it's just something ain't right. Then Dennis Byron drops a bomb, right? And you know, they always got these little code words, right? And you should be able to pick up on the code if you channel surfing like me. I be what? Okay, so I got to go over there, find out some stuff. Okay, I got to go over here because this ain't making sense. So let me go over here and see if it'll make any sense to me, which I do, right? Before I come out here. Oh, hold on. I got my hat on. Let's throw this that way. Okay, there we go. It's in the house, right? So, yeah, Dennis Byron was responding in a code name, using a code name, right? That he goes by a frog, right? So I'm like, oh Lord, he's talking about Wisdom Daughter. And the only reason why I said that is because Wisdom Daughter on her live actually rebutted to people that indulges in calling her, frog eyes. So that wasn't hard to put together, right? She kind of gave it away at first. Then I come along like, oh, Dennis saying it. Oh, Dennis talking about Wisdom Daughter, right? He didn't want to say her name off the bat, but somebody in the chat wants to put it in there because, like, okay, you got it right. And of course, he still, from time to time will call Sylvia the Silverback. That's their little pet peeve names and all that stuff. Whatever, right? I don't care about that. But listen, y'all. So when Dennis Byron went to respond back to Wisdom Daughter, because that's definitely who he was calling Frog, Frog, but he was responding to the part where Wisdom Daughter said on her live that the reason why Dennis Byron is not showing up to court, even though he has been allegedly subpoenaed. Now, Dennis Byron goes and try to correct that too, but that's going to take us into the story with him and Bookum, because allegedly Bookum showed up to the Thug concert where Dennis Byron was. But we gonna get into that. So hold that thought, because I know I heard Bookum sit his ass over there talking about he was in the trenches, spying. He looking. I see him, but he don't see me. But yet then he got his ass over there going back and forth in the courtroom with infamous Sylvia, trying to prove that infamous Sylvia was spying and harassing and following her. Then he sent his, y'all tell me if that makes, listen here. Do y'all know I like died from laughing last night watching him. This boy double talks so much to where he'll get his own ass 30 years in jail. You understand me now? He sat up there and he told people that he can adjudicate, litigate, mitigate his own freaking case. No, you can't, bro. No, you can't. Because the same reason that you and Sylvia is sitting there going back and forth into court with that complaint that you went to the prosecutors, the DA, about Sylvia spying on you, harassing you, knowing your every move, and then you come on your darn channel talking about how you were in the trenches spying and seeing Dennis Byron down there. You ain't even go up to approach him or none, allegedly. That's what they say. But I'm trying to see how the hell you make this make sense about you would be the perfect person to run your own case. If you don't go sit your I want you to run your own case, baby. Because listen, I'm going to have at least 5 little mini bags of popcorn, hot, buttered, and ready to go watching your ass. I kid you not. Now, I'm sorry, Booker, but you're in an entanglement in the court of law trying to prove that infamous Sylvia is spying on you. She's watching your moves, bro. But then you come on here and tell your channel of people that you were in the trenches spying on Dennis Biden. Make this shit make sense. You can't make this up. I'm telling you, can't make this shit up. This shit was crazy. However, let's go back over here to Dennis Biden. So Dennis Byron, y'all, he comes on, does his live, and he's addressing Wisdom Daughter. He's not happy about her commentary. Says that she's doing this, I don't know, because she needs a little coins. Everybody can use a little bit of coins. By intervening herself into this case too goddamn deep. That's, he didn't say those words, but that's kind of what he did. All right, anyhow, so Dennis Byron spoke to Wisdom Daughter from his channel because Wisdom Daughter was insinuating that the reason why Dennis Byron is not showing up to testify on behalf of Bookum, listen, y'all, is because infamous Sylvia must have something on him, insinuating that Dennis Byron might have been doing a little bit of, sexual activity. Even people over there was under the impression that, oh, they bed buddies, or there's photographic memories stored in the Androids and the Apple phones. Yeah, now that's Wisdom Daughter. Wisdom Daughter over there insinuating that, right? Dennis Byron hit her back, y'all. I was like, what? I'm going to play it for y'all. I just got to find the timestamp because I lost it. But listen, Dennis Byron said, oh, really? You really want to go there? He says, well, you don't want me to come and put out our pornography, our showdown, our little hold down. I was like, wait a minute, hold up, Dennis Byron. What are you talking about? Are you saying that allegedly Wisdom daughter is in her feelings 10 times. What do you say? That you and Wisdom daughter, grown as you guys may be and is, have your thing, might have had something going on too. Allegedly. I'm just saying, that's how he put it, y'all. Y'all think I'm lying, don't you? Okay, well, let's find out. I was like, hold on. 1 minute you think you're watching some stuff. Okay, this is court proceeding, and Dennis did this, and Sylvia went to him and told him all about this damn tracker. Till the story doesn't end there. The longer you let the story run, it's always some sexual fantasy bullshit going on. I get it. Everybody's grown. Do your damn hanky panky all you want to. But why is it always in the midst of every encountering of drama out here? Why? How is it that grown folks can't keep it grown and cute and keep it to themselves? Is beyond me. They tell that shit like 13, 14, 15-year olds, right? But that's one episode of Dennis allegedly hitting Wisdom daughter back, right? It's like, oh, you want to go there? Like, you want to try me with this? Like, Wisdom daughter, do you know all of what I got? Like that was Dennis Byron's mode, right? So imagine, like, move fast forward. Now, this gonna kill y'all. So y'all need to get ready. Get your defibrillator. I don't give a shit. Get your oxygen mask or something, right? Dennis dropped the tea about why he was not there. Ooh, child. I should have known it. I should have known it, known it, known it. Now, in case y'all don't remember, Dennis Byron was on his channel when he dropped that information because of, I guess him and Sylvia had their little, 2 months of falling out kind of thing. And then Dennis Byron said, well, screw that. So he came on there and he started talking about how, honey, let me get some milk, babe. Mm. He started talking about how Sylvia had told him that, she put the tracker on it, and the tracker was to, now hold that thought though. The tracker was to the car that Bookum purchased from her and her husband, not the other car. We all know about the other damn car, right? Because we saw that car go into some type of foreclosure or whatever, and then they shut down. Then Booker was on the phone trying to call, saying, I need the title to it because I paid it or whatever, and and all that stuff. And the people was out here saying, nah, he didn't play it. He just trying to get a free car and bamboozle that other, that other company. But this particular car, now, I must say this, you know, according to how Wisdom daughter kind of dropped it out here, because she did say that infamous Sylvia sold the car, right? Now, had Wisdom daughter been called in to testify, even though she's in the courtroom up underneath a rule 20, what is it, 22, 29 or something, to take her notes, right? It was two cars involved, Lady Libra. Two cars involved. Bookham always talk about how, oh, everybody's out here laughing about how I bought that car with the defense fund money and blah blah blah. So that's one car, right? When in fact he, you know, went over in the car. Then the place closed down, right? Rule 22. Thank you, baby. Right. So that's that car. It's a whole nother car. But imagine Wisdom daughter testified on behalf of Bookham in that courtroom. And she said what she said on her live, right? She literally said that this is between, or something about Sylvia and Bookham, and Sylvia sold Bookham the car. Because I'd have been there like, what? What you say? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God. So if she's going to incline that Sylvia sold Bookham this car, then how does Bookum have a fight on hand to say that, or his argument is that, oh, I bought this from Ronald. I bought the car from Ronald. I bought the car from Ronald. This is why you got to listen. This why you ready to go run your shit and win your case. You don't take nobody along. They come in there and fuck up your whole case. Just by her saying that alone changes that whole freaking argument, that narrative around. Oh, so you saying that Sylvia sold him the car? Because that's what I would be. Y'all, hey, Steno, you got that? You hurry up, type that shit in there. Hurry up, type it in there. Put it on the record. Because now Sylvia, according to Wisdom Daughter's statement, does have the right now to be in the courtroom with Booker and not just Ronald. Sylvia can be there. Wisdom Daughter said that shit, y'all. It's like, oh, great. Really? Because the whole argument, all of this time, and Bookum's argument, all of this time has been about Ronald sold him the car. Okay. It don't take nothing for someone else who is involving themselves, right? Because of something else happening deep, over here. And what's happening over here? Dennis Byron broke that too, y'all. He says that Wisdom Daughter may seem a little bit scorned because infamous Sylvia dropped the dime on her while she was recording in the courtroom. So allegedly, she probably maybe lost her Rule 22. And of course, that kind of hurts your income if that's part journalism is becoming part of your job to make money. Now, mind you, I did see Wisdom Daughter live at the Puffy trial. She was live and she was talking about how she was going through some things, and she's rebounding and she has God on her side and she turned her life to this and she dealt with things of this of sort, right? To get everything back on track. But she also did talk about the fact that Sylvia allegedly, did do some reporting on her. So that there does bring some validity to Dennis Byron's story about Wisdom Daughter might be, still scorned, upset, mad at infamous Sylvia, which will give her a little bit of inside the loop to team up, or not team up, let me take that word back, to agree with a Bookum about what he's doing, and also standing with Bookum with being mad at Dennis Byron for not showing up as a witness to testify for Bookum on that behalf. Dennis Byron says numerous times that the only thing that he would be able to testify to is just exactly what he had written down, right? And given to the court, said, hey, infamous Sylvia told me that she put a tracking on the device. Now, remember when I told y'all to have a seat and get your defibrillator, right? And your oxygen mask, right? Because, baby, I needed one. I needed two, y'all. I was over here hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But I'm sorry, y'all. You got to give the shout out to Dennis Byron on this one, right? Dennis Byron explained why he will not show up. Now, if I was Wisdom Daughter, I would actually do a whole and jump off that freaking bandwagon of Bookum, Wisdom Daughter. You need to jump off of that unsaddle that motherfucking donkey. You need to unsaddle it, put the motherfucking saddle back in the barn, and said, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. Because I believe that Dennis Byron is damn near about 99.9% telling the whole truth, the nothing but the truth, so help him God. I do. He said, y'all, that remember after he left, Bookum come up on his channel and he was giving Bookum that little information about, yeah, Sylvia said it. She said she put the tracking on it, and all of a sudden, Booker found the tracker and a distance and that, and this how she know which way I'm going, and if I even went to Kroger's or some shit, she know all that shit, right? Remember that? So now that gave Bookum ample amount of time. Now he became what? Like this. Dennis was his bro. Am I lying? Dennis was his buddy. We've been rocking a long time. I know him and a blah, 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 and a blah, 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 blah. Hold on, y'all. I got to get this call. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. I definitely had to get that call, right? So, okay. So Dennis says, oh, I was saying they had quite a bit of time behind the scenes now, right? Because this case is kicking off, right? This is the R. Kelly community hottest case on the docket right now. I'm tuned in. I'm waiting for it to drop. I'm ready to rock and roll with this because I always said that, man, this is some straight, malarkey. They both was bada boom, bada bang, And the crazy thing now is that Sylvia is allegedly left alone to fight this battle on her own because they say her husband is gone, whether if he come back to defend her and stand in the court of law, which I think that it's imperative that he does. I really do, but who knows? Sylvia probably done pissed her husband off and all this stuff and don't want to see him, and he doesn't want anything to do probably with that. But right now, that would be infamous Sylvia strongest witness to testify on her behalf about this goddamn car. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely, but like I say, I don't know if she has him in the court of law. But baby, back to the tea that's gonna have y'all hyperventilating like me. Okay. So all of that back behind the doors talking and stuff, and Bookham becoming all cool with Dennis. We saw him down there at the Puffy trial over there. He's got on his, phone, Mike, all this shit on his chest, up underneath the tatas and stuff like that, right? We saw them all right. They were good. Hollering at each other. But that was only Bookham's way to soften Dennis Byron up. He know how he was trying to work it. The only thing is that Bookham can't see farther than you throwing a rock from your house to across the street. That's about it. Dennis Byron does express how important journalism is to him, even behind his crazy charisma, okay? Because he has it. Yeah, he talks shit and all the underlay for the overplay or whatever, but he doesn't seem like that person that would jeopardize his business for anybody, okay? Not even Bookham. And I mean, Bookham was stroking him. Hey, Dennis Byron, boo. Hey, I'ma need you. What's up? What's going on, man? What's up, my brother, my mother? He probably thinking that Dennis Byron is just, and that's fine. We ain't here to trust him at all. I'm not here to trust nobody, boo. We just getting this hot tea out here on this damn internet, okay? On this live. That's it. That's all. I don't give a damn. Just like how you feel. How any of they shit play out, but it sure is loud. I'm listen, I got to get my shits and giggles in. A lot of people don't like that damn shits and giggles moment, but I don't give a rat's ass about that either. Okay, so Dennis Byron says on his live to Wisdom Daughter that basically I saw Booker out at that concert, at the Thug concert, right? If it was so imperative and so important, instead of Bookum coming back on his stream talking about he saw me in the trenches and all of that stuff, right? Why didn't he just have a police officer serve me right there? And I asked myself, well, you know what, Dennis? That's a good idea. Why didn't he? That's a good goddamn question. Why didn't he? Because here's the reason why, Dennis. Getting back and telling that story on your channel brings the views. I'm like, what? Yeah, he found that, let me throw this in my story or whatever. Don't know how dumb his ass sound. And over here telling myself he was fine. I saw him in the trenches. But yet then he's dealing with a case against infamous Sylvia about the witness not showing up. And he's been subpoenaed. Instead of walking up to Dennis Byron and saying, hey, dude, what's up? What's going on? Are you going to come and testify? None of that conversation came out. Book him in the trees, y'all. Swinging like Donkey Kong. Yeah, I see you here. And then guess what happened? End up sharing that information, what he thought was important to share. What would have been important for Bookum to share with the people out here on the internet was that that's okay, Dennis Byron will be there next time because he just been served. But he didn't do that. He just came on here to tell you how he was spying. I saw him, but he couldn't show up. So then, of course, now you have this information out here in the live streaming world. Wisdom Daughter picks up on it. Someone with some name in there, long name, y'all. It was longer than fucking alphabets, okay? Was telling her, yeah, he was out there. Dennis Byron was out there. Dennis Byron was out there, and blah, blah, blah. And oh, yeah, well, I heard that he was out there. And then she says that. And I'm thinking, oh, well, since Wisdom Daughter is now saddled up to ride the wave with Bookum, maybe he's the person that told her. Of course, what else better way to keep sparking the freaking flame out here? Yeah, just call the person up, tell him. Yeah, so he's bring his ass to court, but he got his ass down here out at the Thug concert. Like, that's how we trigger the gossip. That's how we trigger feelings. That's how we get somebody to team up with us, relay the freaking message on to the next and see how they feel, see if they're going to be on your side. Right? Okay, I know I've been holding out. I know y'all want to take the oxygen mask off. I know you want to. Okay, you can unplug the defibrillator. I'm about to tell you. But Dennis said the reason why he didn't is because Bookum wanted him to lie. Ooh, do y'all hear me? Bookum wanted Dennis Byron, honey, to put more sauce to the story, baby. Yeah, I was like, let me rewind that, Dennis Byron. Let me rewind that. Let me rewind that. Let me rewind that. I was like, hush your bow. You know, I used to sit on the porch. You go, hush. What? What you say? What y'all think about that? Huh? He says, and I'm not going in there. He says, I'm not going in there to lie for him. I'm not going in there to lie for him. That's what he said. Now, does it make sense when I tell you that Bookum comes on his lives and shows you how he all greased up shoulder to shoulder to Dennis Byron down there at them court proceedings and trial on the concrete? See how he was doing, Dennis? Hey, bro, that's my bro. We've been knowing each other, man. That's my man. That's my bro. Yeah. Somehow that's, you guys know, you should know, little sign of trying to manipulate. Okay? Knowing good goddamn well he ain't been rocking with no damn Dennis Byron as long as he say he been rocking with a goddamn Gerald Griggs, okay? I don't believe it. And Dennis Byron shared that, y'all. Says I'm not going in there to lie for him. he directed this towards Wisdom Daughter. Now, I wonder how Wisdom Daughter would come off behind that, you know. She's mad at Dennis Byron. She doesn't like him anymore. Called him put him in the doghouse. She can't stand infamous Sylvia. We all know now that is probably because Wisdom Daughter allegedly did some recording in the courtroom and infamous Sylvia ratted her out. That hurt her income. So, who else best to team up with? Who's left? Goddamn Bookum. Well, I'm going to ride with him because these two over here done piss me off. Now, I say this to say that. You hear a whole lot of people that likes to use the God in the midst of everything. Wisdom Daughter does it too. And no shade at all. But I keep asking myself, and this is why I have to fall myself right to this one designated person, maybe two, that I like to hear use the word of God and teach the biblical verses and things like that. Just two. Because everybody else be on some straight TikTok ass bull crap out here. I've heard her. I heard her talk about how she, you know, her life is this and the God and thank you and thank you Jesus and thank you Jesus. Number one, it's already sinful, as they say, to have some bad blood in your heart about hating thy neighbor. It's being done, but they use God. Can't understand. It's like people can't decipher or depict when they have to, when you can't feel that you're being used by the devil, but we do it, they do it because you're mad. Let's listen to this.
The foundation.
Let me see if I can find it though. Y'all.
How about we start there? Let's get to the facts and make that the foundation of how you pray for people. And for you to suggest someone should get cancer or get hit by a train, what kind of godly woman are you? Because you don't sound like a godly woman at all. You sound like the opposite. And when you call someone a scammer, it sounds like you're projecting what you may be. Do we need to go there? Because I do have a little energy in me today. So when you are trying to frame a narrative to get some people onto that channel, your source of income, be careful. Because some may respond to you. Some may respond to you. As I respond in my corporate headquarters, I have a little time. I don't have a lot of time. I have a little time. I have a little time. I have a class, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I also give media training classes. I have clients but stop trying to put things out there, projecting things that could be you. Don't do that. We're going to be nice.
See, what he said is, he's talking about all of that, you know, bada boom, bada bang, bang thing, okay? He talking about that. I don't care what y'all talking. He's talking about that. He's like, since you want to project that infamous Sylvia and I might have been bed buddies, and if you are projecting it, then that means that you're kind of talking about yourself or putting it on somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So he said, or tried to insinuate allegedly that him and you ain't heard it from me and I ain't the one to gossip, that him and Wisdom Daughter might have had, you know, a little bit of bada boom, bada bang. This shit is crazy, y'all. This shit crazy, boy. Let's go.
We don't do that. I can tell you that Silverback has not a picture of me anywhere in any compromising situation, because there's never been a situation like that. I'm gonna be nice.
No, don't be nice. Let it out.
I don't want to have to turn up.
Oh.
And I don't just talk.
Oh, Lord.
I don't have to do this.
Oh.
Just be nice.
Oh, Lord.
Just be nice.
Oh, Lord.
Be nice. She has no pictures.
Oh.
She was never in a position, nor was I in a position for that to ever happen. Can you say that?
Oh. Oh.
You leave that alone. So let's talk about this case. Let's talk about Silverback's case.
Leave that with a love.
Sylvia.
Yeah.
Sylvia.
Adults. Well, I tell you.
You said on your live, so you gotta get your facts right.
Yeah, I gotta get this part.
Get your facts right. You said on your live, I went into a police station. Factually untrue. I never went to a police station. I wrote a statement saying what Sylvia told me.
It's coming. Y'all better get y'all defibrillator back out.
The car I was referring to is the car she sold him. I never knew or saw the car he owned or he had in his possession. That is a fact. That would be my testimony. She has already confirmed that she told me that. So nothing I said was untrue. You got upset when I told you the same thing. That's what happened. You said on your live, so you can't walk it back now. See, you was talking too much. You had diarrhea of the mouth, and you said that was the reason why you got upset.
Ooh,
I wasn't lying. I told the truth. What you wanted me to do is lie. You wanted me to lie.
Shots fired.
You wanted me to say something that I could not substantiate, and that's why you were upset. That's where integrity comes in at.
Did y'all catch that, or do y'all want to hear it again? Because that message right there, he's talking about Bookum. Bookum, 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 Bookum. I don't think that they will ever be friends again. I don't think astrology, him, Dennis Byron, nor Bookum will be friends again. Now, because I'm going to rewind that just a little bit, I just want to make this point out to y'all. Yeah. No, Bookum wanted, allegedly, Dennis Byron to lie or get a little bit more saucy under oath in court against Sylvia. He said that's why he didn't show up. Want to come. So not coming in there to lie for him. What you said. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, Lady Lieber. You know why? Because Bookum on his live stood up there saying that he didn't, I don't know. My witness, and he's supposed to be here, and blah, blah, blah. And then he said, well, can I get my own attorney? Can I do this? Can I do that? No, all you needed to do was not lie or try to persuade Dennis Byron into lying for you so that your case can sound or be much stronger than Sylvia. I'm just saying, so that's a big deal to me, Lady Lieber. That's a big deal to me. Not only that, you mean to tell me that you befriending me? You calling me bro? We hand clapping, saluting, we rubbing shoulders while we out here trying to film shit down there. And then you thought that I was going to come in here and lie against this woman because you wanted me to say certain things? Nah. No, I finna rewind.
That's where the problem lies.
I'm with you on that one.
I couldn't lie.
I said they both did, some cruddy stuff. They did.
No, you wanted.
I'm not arguing with you on that
one. I wasn't doing that.
And that's why I believe, at some sense, like, man, this case is, I get it. It's a car involved and it's all of this, but this car also started with something about being, with her husband involved in it, to this is involved in it, to some payments were missed and this happened, and then the license plates disappeared on the car, then the car got vandalized, and then it all went all the way to now you harassing me and you're stalking me. And I'm going, what? Sylvia's done been to his house. He done been to her house. They kind of knew where each other were at all times and stuff, to decide on who did the most. I just can't do that, because I think that they both did a lot to each other. And that's fine. You're entitled to not like Dennis Byron. But what I can say about me, it's not about me liking anybody. But you can hate and have the worst enemy in the world out here, Libra. But example, you can't stand my goddamn guts. You hate the fuck out of me. And that's fine. But goddamn it, I'm willing to bet you would knock on my door if you had to go to court, and I'm the only person that saw these particular people that broke into your home. You're going to come and ask me, aren't you? You're going to have them go and see if I got videotapes and things, right? But you hate the fuck out of me. Now I have to decide whether if I want to help you or not, because right now I hold the truth. I hold the evidence and everything of what you would need to prove your case against these people that came over there and broke all in your house and stole your things, because I have it. The person that you hate the most. You understand me? So sometimes you got to put away, because I don't like a person, and kind of look on the inside of the ball to see, is this person telling the truth about the person? Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. It's a person like that that's sitting there that could be holding that truth, right? That can save you from being involved with someone else who you know is that he's talking about is full of shit and can trap you up in some stuff. That's all. That's just how I think. And I love my thinking skills, honey. I don't like you, but what you said about, oh, they did what? Oh, that car stolen. Oh, I'm gonna believe that guy for some goddamn reason. Now the stolen vehicle and my homegirls, they coming back. Boop, boop, come on, Pap, let's roll. I'm good. Man, I'm good. I'm good. I don't feel good today. I don't feel good today. You wouldn't hate, you wouldn't hate me. You gonna bake me an apple pie and bring it over. We gonna make up and be friends, sit out back, girl, turn up and barbecue and stuff. Cause that's the type of friend I am. And they say, love thy neighbors. We can fist and fight and do all of that stuff, but should it ever get to the point where we want to hurt each other after, the fist and fight and stuff? No, should not. I'm gonna look out for you. You gone out of town, I'm gonna keep an eye on your house for you. I got you. I don't care about us having that goddamn fight. I still don't want nobody to harm you or take things from you. That's the person that I am. But let's go back to them.
In a courthouse, in that case, would not be to benefit him. I never knew what car he had in his possession. I didn't know at the time that he did not have her car in his possession. How would I know that? But you wanted to frame this narrative that I knew that he had a car, a new car, that she put a track in there. I never said that in my statement. So when you try to play the cleanup woman, you damaged his case as well. Just with your video. And they're going to watch your video because I'm sure someone downloaded it and sent it to the prosecutor.
Let me drop this on y'all. Because Dennis insinuated that by some things that Woods and daughters over there saying and doing, also, if stuff is recorded or whatever, and that also can end up inside of the prosecution head, right? So that they can review what's going on. Now, here's just my synopsis. Here's my opinion about why the speedy trial hasn't taken place. It's just me, off the record. Don't mean nothing, right? This is a state case. The state picked the case up, right? He went down there and made his complaint against Sylvia. Sylvia, in turn, turns around and develops and puts together her whole discovery of things that she may feel that will help secure her a win in this, as you know, in this case, right? So could it possibly be that it's the state? See, Bookum is telling you, everybody else you hearing, Sylvia's stalling. Yes, the judge may have said continuance, because allegedly, now I think Wisdom Daughter put this out here, right? That Sylvia could be having some financial problems with paying her attorney to attend, to show up for her, right? So that could be a possibility, right? But it also can be another possibility that maybe the state then found out, or they know way too much now with watching some of the discovery of what Sylvia may have, and also looking at their argument is that Sylvia ain't turned over X, Y, B, Z, and D of a whole bunch of stuff that they need to review, right? To help build their case for the defense of Bookum, right? But what if they have? What if they seen enough? What if what they did procure have seen enough to say, you know what? This is some bullshit and we're going to lose. This is some, maybe they don't even know how to adjudicate this goddamn case. Maybe they like, what the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? Maybe this is the first time they ever got a hold to some boufale shit like this. And they both just, maybe Sylvia's attorney and maybe the state both is trying to throw this shit. So the judge can say, well, I guess we'll throw both of y'all shit. Maybe they have. Maybe they have, right? Now, this also is what is behooving to me, because they tell you that all of the stuff that you record and you do or whatever is what snatched up there and put in the clouds. Why they just can't go get it out the clouds? Why is there not a court order or whatever to go and pull it out the freaking clouds? Why do they have to wait on whatever evidence or discoveries that they're waiting on to come from Sylvia's attorneys? What is it that Sylvia could possibly be holding back that she's not handing over for them to get? It's like, it's crazy. What is it? You know that the car, and you know that the car did, and you know that the car and Bookum evidence is, well, they broke the windows out, they vandalized it, I stopped paying for it, somebody took the plates off of it, and how much more goddamn evidence do they need for that? No, my queen. He specific, well, I ain't gonna say no. Let me hold on. What Dennis has literally said was that, yeah, they can be cordial. But then when Sylvia wants to come on there and cut up, then he coming also with the cut, with the sword and the chopping board. He's made that perfectly clear. Okay, we can say hi, we can do this. Do I think that Dennis will ever probably help her infamous Sylvia elevate more in her, journalism? I don't think so. I don't see that happening. And you can tell, in my opinion, that he has fallen back because I, I mean, Sylvia ain't really done much of shit more with establishing herself a title about a journalist. I'm gonna keep that shit real. What Sylvia actually is stuck right there where she is, pulling paperwork, collecting money so that she can travel to a particular case that she wants to go to, and back at home. That's pretty much it. Sylvia made a lot of damn money. So maybe she hasn't quite decided to increase as far as manufacturing herself a nice, little office, and bitch, still Sylvia's still over there on the same computer and cameras and background like me and you. Sylvia ain't done shit. And I know that ain't right to say, but y'all know me, I don't give a fuck. Sylvia ain't done nothing more. But I'm sitting here looking at Dennis. He told me he got a bad office. He got this, he got that. He's running classes now for you to learn how to, I guess, get into journalism. I don't know. What you say, Lady Lee? What you say, boo? That's why you the only one girl, thank you. I'm just saying, I'll listen. I have no reason to be scared. I have no reason to bite my tongue and hold my tongue. I pay my own bills. I drive my own whip. I make my own biscuits and syrup. What the fuck? I can say whatever I want to say. It ain't nobody gonna do a goddamn thing to me. And if so, I'm right here. I'm right here. I be telling people shit, don't get this age twisted, man. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get it twisted, right? But it could be. That's probably what's going on in court. Maybe they have seen some stuff. Maybe they can tell that Bookum done manufactured and edited and crisscross make it jump ass shit in his videos. I don't know. Maybe they able to do that. And they over there like apprehensive than a mother. We're like, oh Lord, how do we take this bullshit and argue in front of the judge? How do we finish it? I told y'all that case was going to be nothing but shits and goddamn giggles. It is. Now, as an adult, I try to sit and figure out how will I have dealt with this, knowing that I'm dealing with an unpeculiar character of book. Everybody know it. First, I have to make a decision. Do I want to be bothered with this stuff, right? Man, I get this in the car. No. I made a decision. Nope. Hell to the no. Sometimes you just got to know when to take that loss and move the fuck on, because what you choose to deal with can be more detrimental to your freaking mental than it is taking that fucking $3, $4, $5, $6,000 loss. Sometimes it's not necessary to make a fucking purpose or point. Listen here, I'm going to go down there and file whatever I need to file. And I'm going to make sure that I keep up with the filings, because at some point of time, you might make a change in your life, meaning you might hit the Powerball. You might get a better job. I don't give a fuck, but I'm going to sure keep your ass on the docket of garnishing your shit. I ain't coming after you. I ain't finna chase you down. The car is a piece of shit. It was over 200 and some thousand fucking miles on it anyway. Bookum over there screaming something about how he was trying to help a friend out. You got Sylvia over there talking about it was a few people that was thought about between her and her husband to give the car to, right? She made a decision against her husband's decision and went ahead because she liked the Bookum, my friend. We growing. He's giving me R. Kelly information. We getting down. I got to see Gerald Griggs. I'm getting inside of the R. Kelly camp. I'm at the gym. So she chose him. Okay. They made a deal. You pay me this and this and this, and we got to do it. Now you got Bookum coming back out here talking about and Sylvia shows up to my job and she talking about I'm gonna have to change the date on the payments because you need to give me a little bit more money, a little bit earlier. Shit got heated up. Bookum didn't have it. Motherfucker just ate it up. Then you see all them goddamn ding dongs and hot dogs and chili dogs and corn chips and shit in the back seat of that car. That boy ain't had no damn money to give Sylvia no extra money outside the fucking payment plan she already agreed to with him on. He ain't got no money. That kicked that shit off. Now they mad at each other, blah, blah, blah. They online, and Roland said, this between me and Roland. Now, I can't understand this. If Bookum has been screaming all of this time that purchasing of this vehicle is between him and Roland, Sylvia's husband or ex-husband, because I don't know which one it is, then why didn't Bookum file paperwork for it to be against or up, or have Roland or whatever his name is, Tumasumi or whatever his name is, up in the courtroom? If this is not Sylvia, and Sylvia didn't own it, and he spent all this time talking about and this was Roland's car, then why in the fuck is he not in it? I don't understand that. But now that Sylvia's husband has departed, allegedly, I don't know, he might be dipping in and out. You don't know. Sometimes they can't leave that old tomb alone. Sometimes they will come running back, okay? And I get ICE is out there like a motherfucker. So, all he could put a hat on, come in and Sylvia's house like this, and then get on it. I'm just saying, right? But why isn't it that I don't care. This was her husband, and he's not there, to defend this at all, because allegedly at that time it would have been, I don't know how the law work in their county, but marital status. Now, Wisdom daughter seems to be like, well, I don't know why, she's involved, and duh, 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 duh. And I was sitting here and I was asking Wisdom daughter a question to myself. Now, Wisdom daughter, let's just hypothetically say that you and your husband went out and y'all bought this $30,000-$40,000 vehicle together, right? Together. And you and your husband fell out, things went bad, and he left home and this or that, and there's still some things kind of tied together, but you also are desperately in need of relieving yourself financially from a contract, right? And that was your vehicle. You still have the vehicle. The husband left you that vehicle. And you mean to tell me that because you and your husband is not there, and you supposed to what? Not, or because the car was in the husband's name, that you're not going to fight for someone who came to allegedly take advantage of you and not pay you the car notes on it? You mean to tell me that you're going to sit right there and not and have it where Bookum is not giving you any payments? It's been 4-5 payments. Now you're behind. Now your credit shot. Now they calling the ex-husband because you made a choice to sell it, right? And they doing all this shit. They finna garnish y'all checks because he done missed 3-4-5 payments on the fucking car. And you just gonna sit there. Wisdom daughter just gonna sit there. They don't do shit. Not at all. When I'm sitting here and I'm telling y'all, remember I gave y'all my example how I don't give a rat's ass because my husband done left this house or I done sold this car. It was marital status. And then goddamn it, if he ain't coming, I'm coming. He got one choice. You need to get on this wagon because we finna go take care of what we got to take care of. This boy has missed paying us 2 times. I'm already down there in the making after. Hell, it looked like the payments are due on the 30th. I ain't got it until the 29th at midnight. I'm already prepared because we know that you cutting it mighty close, and one time it's going to be that time. But I couldn't imagine, I was sitting and I'm thinking like, wow, how could Wisdom daughter, kind of think in this manner like this, right? You're okay. You're okay. No, it doesn't make it okay that Sylvia took some situations in her own hands by saying, okay, I'm finna go vandalize the car. I'm finna go bust out the windows. Man, y'all, we ain't see, did y'all see some pictures out here like the guy? I ain't saying shit like that. Or is this a story that Bookum is trying to sell to the courts, right? That the car windows was busted out. Granted, it wasn't no tags on there. We know that out here. The tags was taken off the car, right? But I ain't know that they put the car on a flat, bust the windows out, can sprayed it, put milk in the gas. They did all, no, I'm just kidding. Not all of that, but they did all of that. When was that? So now that this is Bookum's story, and he probably put this in his goddamn write-up down there so that they can bring these charges against Sylvia. How he gonna be able to prove that? Because Sylvia must have had the car towed and all of that stuff, right? And I think that Sylvia's story, if I'm not mistaken, is that, hold on, he did all of that shit to that car. Ooh, child. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how this is going to play out. I do not know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that this boy is trying to tell the court? He's trying to tell the court that the damage is done to the vehicle is something that Sylvia did, and Sylvia's down there saying, no, the vehicle was already damaged. And he did it because he knew that we were searching and, trying to get the vehicle back and ooh, child. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all this shit is some crazy shit. Let me let y'all hear this while I give me another sip of milk, baby.
I'm sure they did. I'm almost certain they did. So if the case is lost, it's not lost because of something I did, because if we look at those charges were about many things. They have to prove these many things. It wasn't just about a tracker. Trackers in the cars are not illegal. If I sell you a car and you don't pay for it, and the car is on a payment plan, I'm going to put a tracker in your car. I had 3 cars on Turo. 3 cars. I put trackers in all those cars because I want to track the cars. That's what people do to safeguard their assets. That's what they do. So it's not unheard of someone put a tracker on a car.
I know, right, Libra?
But the details of what happened were gray.
Oh.
You weren't a part of none of that. You came in after Johnny Froggy come lately. You were late coming to the party.
Sometimes
you want to inject yourself.
Sometimes. I'll even agree with you a little bit on that. And is this this is how much of it sometimes it was. Sometimes. But I'm gonna tell you what, just because his butt dug him a hole out here, and he knew he was digging his ass a big old hole out here, and like you say, putting a whole bunch of BS on a whole bunch of BS. Maybe that's why I'm like, I side-eye him like that. I don't hate the boy. I don't know the boy. I don't know nothing about him, right? However, it was just his actions. His actions did it for me, especially when you had people out here that was truly, truly trying to be into this fight for justice for our county. And he said, sit over there, act like a plum bum, fucking greasy ass. I'm like, what? And then double standard talk. Want to come back and talk to you also about the Lord and the Jesus and the God and the church and this, and then click back on, and the next day you a heathen. I don't get down with it. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. You guys will never hear me sitting here trying to preach a sermon. Many Bible scriptures and things to you. First of all, I don't know them all like that. I told you, I just feel it's in my heart and stuff, and I keep my life moving and right, and I just have faith and I believe and all that stuff, right? I know that, right? So it's like I can't do that because I know with me saying as reciting in many scriptures and praising the Lord, and this, I know tomorrow I'm gonna come back and I'll cuss your motherfucking ass out. I know that. So I can't portray and do that image of me. I just can't do it. It just won't happen. But y'all best believe I love the Lord. Oh yeah. And I know when to get my behind in a straight line. I know. I know what raptures feel. I know what the raptures. I know it. I know when they putting a whooping on my ass. I know it. And I go sit my butt down somewhere. But at the same time, like I'm a human, man. I ain't the worst. I ain't and never will become the worst. Absolutely not. No. But I know that, I don't like to be triggered or poked or things that are being said. So there's a lot of stuff I can walk on by though. Yeah, whatever. You'll be all right. It's a lot of stuff I won't respond to. But that boy over there, just like what he did in his other life. And we're going to talk about that as long as I make sure my batteries don't die. And
a story you had nothing to do with. You were running around and saying that he was ducking service. When I told you I never was subpoenaed, but if I'm subpoenaed, I'm coming. I'm all over the place. Do you think I can't travel from the East Coast to the West Coast?
I got to sit over here so I can charge my phone.
Any whim, I get on planes. I was just on a plane. What do you think? You see a chair? Oh, he must be in Georgia because I know that chair. Do you know those chairs travel? Do you know a chair can get on a U-Haul truck? Do you know a chair can be purchased in another jurisdiction? Do you know that same identical chair can be bought in another jurisdiction? Do you know this? Are you aware that I can get on a plane and be in 2 places? Do you know I lived in 2 different states. You know you can do that. You do 6 months here, 6 months here. Do you know when I stayed in New York covering Sean Combs' trial, I stayed every day for 2 months in a 3-bedroom condo? Do you know how expensive that is in New York?
Okay, I need to hear about how much is what, you know. I don't like to hear people from time to time talk about, you know, what's expensive over here, and you know, and they make it sound all dramatic with it, and oh, it's like, oh, and what I'm going through to do this, because there's choices. There's choices. You don't have to do that. One thing I think, if you're going to spill that type of tea and talk about, you know, the price of tea in China over there, this or that, at least talk about being blessed about it, at least being grateful. Do you know how grateful I am to have to the means and the ways to, you know, to live in something, you know, of this type of form. Whether if your rent is 9,000 to 10,000 or your whatever, right? It's like nobody talks about it like they're blessed about it. They talk about it like, oh, it's a pain in the ass. Like, do you know what I gotta go through to do all of this? No, actually, I don't. You know why? Because if it's such a pain in the ass, then why didn't you use option C, meaning don't rent it, don't buy it? I don't understand that. That lingo be killing me, y'all, man, fucking killing me. Like they do things and so to what, you gonna come back and complain? You gonna come back and complain, Jason? We did the happy birthday for you, okay? So you can chill on that. Cause when I have a birthday, bro, you ain't nowhere around and not even trying to give up $1 for anybody. Now, I said happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, and that's enough.
Nice, you know what I'm saying? You know, Mr. Barr, you turning up. She needs content. I guarantee you, she has no ability to go outside of the realm of creating real content. Real content, not just talking about people. That's not real content. Real content. Like, let's talk about some real content. Real content. She signed up for one of my classes, for real.
Hey, Billy Man. Billy Man. Let me tell you why I made my decision on why I make my decision about my decisions that I do make when it comes to that, right? Billy Man, do you remember back then when Trump had that news meeting with the media and Putin was on the side of him? And I think that was at the time when they were when he kind of fired or did something with Comey, right? And I don't know all of this, you know, perfectly, probably like how you do, Billy Man, right? And it was a specific question imposed to Trump from the news, one of the news guys, right? And the news guy asked him, he goes, well, if you're saying that it's not really Putin, it's fault about all of this stealing with these election ballots and stuff, right, going on, then whose fault is it? Then Trump responds back like, well, technically, you know, I talked to Putin, and because, you know, I believe him because he's so strong in his words. So I really, 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 really like believe what he says. That right there told me that, oh, you believe Israel's people over there, right? Putin them over your own country, because it was his people, in fact, that was trying to tell him that all of this entanglement and this stealing and this corruption and everything that was going on in the system about these ballots and this voting stuff, right, was coming from there. And he stood right up there to say that he believed Putin over what his advisories, over what his team was trying to tell him of whom it was coming from. I laughed my ass off about that. Ever since then, I ain't down with none of that shit. I was like, oh, Trump, oh, he had already sold to me. Billy man. He had already done sold your country out. Okay. It is what it is. So yeah, you say that's who unalive. Jake, you think so, Lady Lady, you be knowing some tea. You think so? Is that you just saying that? You just what do you say? Like what? Really? I don't know. Let me finish this video. J Mo, huh? Ooh, child. Mm.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
I
so
appreciate you coming in.
yeah, he's done. So that was his truth to that. Now, if you go over and you listen to Bookum's live, right? He started his live off talking about this protest stuff. He totally he disrespect everybody. So you just never know when who is it directed towards, who is this is like I just sit here and just watch it and laugh and just to stay abreast of what the heck is actually going on, just in case there is a world war, what number we on, that I need to go fuck to the fallout shelter and hope I survive and probably reproduct for y'all out here later, Libra. I'll have all the babies and stuff to keep the world going. Lady Libra, I'm gonna be the one to reproduce the world, okay? I got you, girl. I got a whole bunch of sperm bank right downstairs, girl, ready to go on ice. I'm gonna have to be down there delivering. I got a whole bunch of food, everything. I'm gonna save the world. Okay. Girl, I have to have babies every damn month, honey. I got about 40 years to do so. Okay. I'm gonna make it happen, girl. I got you. I got you, boo. It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna name one of them after you so you can have you a little one around here, living up the honor of your name and stuff. I got you, girl. I got you. So, okay. So Bookham went to talking about the fact about, this whole protest. I love you too, boo. I told you I'm silly. I'm silly sometimes, girl. I'm silly. It makes me happy, not grumpy and stuff all the time like that now. I do get tired a little bit through the week, but not all the time. But I like laughter, okay? Even though there are some subjects, some things that goes on. Yes, I take them very seriously. I'm able to do that, but I like to turn things that is totally impossible for you or me or them to fix, right? It's out of our hands, it's out of our control. I like to turn it into something just, laughter. Sometimes you got to take your mind off of what you can't fix. Can't do a goddamn thing about it. Nothing. This shit is set, is locked. Sit here and wait to see what's going to happen in the next election. I don't know. All I know is listening to all of these candidates, all this presidential crap, and all of these new girl ain't been nothing but a whole damn entanglement in my life. Everybody just want to talk. Everybody just want to talk about it. So, like I said a couple of times on a few of my lives, you just have to find your lane. You got to find your way. You got to find your path. You got to find your God. Because the minute you lose your way to get yourself behind someone who you think is leading you the right way, you putting your trust in the wrong person and all shit catch a fire, then what you gonna do? I'd rather blame everything that is done, that's messed up, that's hurting me on that I did it. I'm gonna take that accountability for it, not because of you, because I'm gonna dodge your bullet. Or I'm gonna dodge yours, I'm gonna dodge yours, I'm gonna dodge yours. I stand my lane, boo. I know that I got to make money to eat, to feed, to clothe my kids. I know I need to make enough money to keep the lights on, pay the rents, keep the gas in the car to go do things like that. So those essentials, I know that. You know, granted, some feel more pain than others because the choice or the situation that they're in to the particular type of jobs that they have where they can't make more money. I get that. But I'm going to tell you one thing, though, Lady Libra. I ain't never was for, and I love kids, honey. But as I was watching this economy go up and down, when I'm 20, 25, 26, up and down, up and down, up and down, who the fuck finna lay down and have babies after babies after babies after babies after babies after babies after babies? Give me my 2, 3. Somewhere where I know because of the inflation that's going on in this goddamn country that, okay, I'm going to have enough for this. But baby, I'm not finna make no, 10 goddamn 9, baby, 8, baby, 7 babies, all back to back and shit, and sitting here watching how this economy is rolling and flowing out here to where I know it can hurt me, then I can't provide for mine. So then I'm upset, then I'm mad at the world, then my fucking lights going off because I don't feel like working, then I'm in depression, and then I got to go shoot and blow up a fucking church and all this bullshit. Who finna do that? Girl, I don't want them damn problems. I'll kid you not. I'm gonna stay right over here in my damn little lane where I'm at. You know, I'm good. Give me $5. I'm gonna stretch that bitch $2.50 a day. I'm good. I'm gonna be good. I'm so hot, girl. I don't pay no attention to it. But Bookum says on his channel when he went to talk about bringing out this whole protest stuff all over again, and he goes into his braggalicious theatric moment, right? About, oh, I know, and we had the best protests, and we had the best and the protest of this and the protest that, and all they did, man, they was out there sitting on the ground. That's the first thing that I kind of wanted to address, right? Mind you, that happens to be a person who likes to talk about Jesus on the main line and also running his ass up beside somebody's goddamn church. You understand me? And then not only that, goes after another freaking pastor who's preaching whatever he's choosing to preach in his sermon for the day about Christ. Tell me if I'm wrong, but somewhere I know I see these pictures that portrays to be of Jesus, right? With the long hair and stuff. And he's got on these little flimsy little flip-flop ass sandals and stuff. But it seems to be like the places where he goes and does his teaching or sends his prophets or you know what them people are called. Just ain't they sitting down? Aren't they sitting on the ground? Some of them ain't the ground, holds a lot of dirt and stuff to it. God, that Jesus, to walk barefooted. But yet then he has no way of his other fucking performance than to kind of try to shade somebody for sitting on the freaking grass like it was going to kill them. Isn't that so damn immature? This is all that you have to go on to try to throw shade. Then he wanted to bring up something about a baby, right? The baby on the bus. It was only one, nigga. Take the S off. Just one. They had the babies on the bus. It wasn't no BABIES ass on the bus. It was just a BABY. Just irritated me when he said that. I was so irritated. I was like, oh, but I had to work. I had things to do. I had to set that to the side. I was like, oh, so you first to do this now, huh? So you wants to try to run this bull crap again, huh? You wants to do this again. First of all, nobody jumped out here to have a walk for chaos or a protest that I'm aware of because he gave one. We didn't see your bullshit. We didn't see it. Nobody knew about it. Remember, it was a private Facebook thing going on Facebook. Nobody knew about your shit. Nobody jumped out there because you decided to throw a freaking protest like you and your 2015 fucking people were the only ones in the United States of America that can come out to support R. Kelly. And that's where you're fucked up in the head at. That's where you so fucked up in the head at. And that's where you believe that you thought that you were the only one. What you thought that, or you think that you're the only one that is of something to support in R. Kelly. It's you. I'm sorry, Lady Lee, but that boy fucked this community up too. He fucked it up with all of his shit. Hold on, my grandkid, everybody here, y'all. Oh, I'm about to get my hair done. Hold on, y'all. Let me let that in. But he fucked it up. Hold on. You acting crazy. You can't always like to watch my live. I know I didn't watch it while I looked at it. Well, looking at it is watching it. Don't you think so? Get down. Get down. Get down. I said, hey, get down. Get down. Said he don't like nobody. He don't like the other dog around me, y'all. He gets me. Hey, pretty. Hey, pretty. Hey, pretty. Let me get my. What's wrong with you? You over there crying. So what you say? Yeah, Pap, you that it made me mad. It did, but you know, I ain't say nothing for like 3-4 days. I went on to work or so. But listen, my family's here right now. We're gonna have to pick up on the part 2 about his video. But he was dead smack wrong for that one, right? He wasn't the only one that was. Hey, look at this. Get down. Look at Fancy. Where's Fancy? Can you say hi? Say hi. Say how y'all doing. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? You see him? Did you see the people? I don't know why Teddy still have a hard time getting along with Fancy, but he does. Look at him. He ain't mad. So, but he said that people sat on the ground because that's where they wanted to sit at. There's nothing wrong with that. Didn't hurt them. They still alive today. But this is how he chooses to make his argument, you know, because of course he's sometimes silly, like, you know, I can be silly. It was crazy. But nobody knew about what the hell, or if he did through so I didn't know about it. I can tell you that. Not until after the second time and I got back home and stuff like that. You say she cute. She bad. Look. Emerald. What are you doing, Emerald? You say hi. Say hi. Say hi to the people. She could say bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Whatever. Crybaby. So Service say hi. She said hi. Look at her. Yeah. What you do today? You don't know? Nothing? Nothing. Come here, little girl. Get your butt up here. She's heavy, y'all. Can you get that? Hey, stop it. Bad dog. Camera. Say hi, Service. Let her out back. Why are you Let her bringing out. The cords up here? Let her Where'd out you back. Get that cord from? Hi. Hi, Grandma. Your glass is finna fall off. Keep look, so Leah. You said hi. What do you want? He keeps flipping off. He's got to get used to them. He's used to them. He didn't have it for years. Yeah, but he don't keep them on consistently though. So it's irritating. Okay, y'all. She's getting ready to braid my hair up. I'm invited to a party, but I think I'm not gonna make it because it's at 6. So I don't think my hair is gonna be done in time. And I am going to work tomorrow. For what? You don't want him licking you? Say stop, Teddy. Kiwan, come get this baby. You say you're the girl, but Teddy is around Fancy, you know, off and on quite a bit, and they just don't get along with it. Maybe because she's a female, I don't know, but he is very territorial, and you know, like you say, with you, as soon as the dog come around and gets close to me, girl, Teddy, turn the hell up. I'll be like, boy, and I don't like to do them like this, but I don't want them fighting at all either. So I'm getting ready to probably put Teddy in the cage because Teddy should be used to her by now. Like now, if I put the leash on them and take them both walking, fine, he's fine. But in this house, this dog is say like, don't go over there. This how I be telling Fancy, nope, you can't go over there either. Nope, you can't. I'm like, dang, dude, slow down. Hi, Teddy. You say hi. Hi, Teddo. That's Teddo. Now we gotta wash your hands. You like Teddo? Yeah, he's a good dog. Hi, good dog. Okay, not so rough. Damn, Sambo. Hey, you almost took his head off. Patty cake, bake the man. Roll him up, put him in the bed. Yay! You was a good baby. One more time. One more time for the show. We gotta go. Patty cake, patty cake, bake a man. Roll him up, put him in the pan. Yay! Girl, you something else. What? Yeah, girl, yeah. He is a Morky Poo. He's Terry and Poodle mix. Yeah, he's Morky Poo. So they call him Morky Poo. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna let y'all go. I need to get into me a little bit of that Bookum show, shits and giggles. It is what it is. And let me get my hair done. Love y'all. Love you, Lady Libra. Thanks for staying alive here on the Showtime with Pap Girl bringing you the tea. We just gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen with infamous Sylvia and Bookum in this courtroom. He seemed a little bit nervous. Sylvia doesn't seem nervous about anything. And he's like that because he wants to be able to win so that he can showboat and showcase his, his winnings on here. But this, I believe, can go in either direction or, of course, hey, come on, Sambu. Hey, that's you call don't hurt the doggy, right? And so, it's devastating. See you later, Mr. Brown. Love you, girl. Yeah, this can go anyway. Anyway. And I still take the stance that I do on it. I think that, this is something that they both should have tried to resolve, without taking it to this level, but it's here and there's nothing else that they can do about it. Hey, Wanda. What's going on?
Outside. Go outside.
What, Grandma? What you talking about, girl? I don't think he gonna eat that.
What eat that?
What is it?
What eat that there?
Is it food? Oh, it's just a toy.
I guess.
Where you get it from?
I told you.
You stole it?
No, they was.
Oh, at the free thing. He don't know. Look. How you gonna stuff it down? It's not funny. It's not funny at all.
Please let me get some detergent.
No, I just bought those. I'll pick you some up tomorrow.
Let me get some paper towel.
I don't think it's none down there.
And let me get like
You got a Shih Tzu?
4 rows of tissue.
No. Oh, God, I forgot to get some. You gotta wait till I go back to Menards. No, no. Blessings to you too, Wanda. But I will talk to y'all later. Let me get my hair done. Bye. I'm on the road Friday, y'all. So see you later. I'll be back though.